Welcome to Deadline Day. It's Deadline Day now within our Spurs FM23 beta series. Hope you're doing well. If you're enjoying the series so far, please make sure you go down below, hitting subscribe and giving the video a thumbs up. So yeah, it is Deadline Day. I've mentioned a few times now in the first few episodes. I still think there's a few more areas we could do get some more depth in. And today, we're in a bit more of a deep dive and looking into it and seeing what we could do with getting in. So I should mention firstly, we are currently after one transfer, trying to get over the line. But right now, I mean, Southampton want a lot more money up front than what we can offer. We are after James Ward-Prowse. Obviously, people who know the game know he is a set-piece merchant. He can bag from corners, 20 free kick taking. He's absolutely insane within FM. The set pieces, he is your guy. And I thought, we need some more depth in midfield. Why not go for James Ward-Prowse? Offer him Champions League football. Hopefully that would interest him. But you can see, the valuation is a lot higher than what we currently have. They want between 43 and 63 million. We've been offering a lot less than that. I mean, you can't show you right now, but basically, we were offering 45 in instalments and 6.75 up front. So they're not best pleased with that right now. So at the moment, James Ward-Prowse looks like the unlikely option, but he's on we're going for. But in terms of outs, Brian Gilt was off out alone to go out and way, but he said no to Hoffenheim. So right now, there's no one actually going out from the club, but we have got some players that we are currently interested in maybe moving on for this season who aren't really in my first team plans. One being Matt Doherty. Of course, he can play that right wing back role perfect in the formation we're playing right now, but I just feel we have better options. If you look actually at our squad plan, I can see here, he's the second best one with Emerson Royale as our main choice option right now. And Jed Spence going in there, obviously the 22-year-old, has a lot of learning to do still within the game, but I do prefer Royale. But at the same time, he's already wanted by Borussia Dortmund. So we could potentially cash in for 42 to 47 million on Emerson Royale, get that money through, put Matt Doherty starting wing back for the season instead, which wouldn't be my go-to option realistically, but then we have the money for James Ward-Prowse. So there currently are two other players that are wanted by other clubs. I'm going to start off here with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He's wanted by Manchester United. Centre midfielder, I mean, he's valued between 43, 52 million. So again, if he goes, we have the money for James Ward-Prowse, but the fact that I'm trying to get another body in the centre midfield, it means we're going to be losing someone that'll be a starter already. So do we risk losing Højbjerg at that midfield and putting Ward-Prowse in that gap right now? Of course, Oliver Skippy is starting right now. He wouldn't normally be starting for us. But based on what's been happening recently, he's had to come in. Because, of course, we have lost Bentancur. Of course, with Basuma, he will be back maybe for the game tomorrow. But we're not sure. But we're still thinking, if we have Basuma in the long term, Bentancur, could we get rid of Højbjerg and bring in Ward-Prowse? I mean, age-wise, 27 years of age. Now, of course, with likes of Ward-Prowse coming into the club, he's a bit of a younger option, isn't he, right now? He's a bit of a younger option. He's actually 27 as well, actually. I did think he was much younger. So at this point, I'm kind of in a bit of a limbo. Do we try and push Højbjerg out the door to get Ward-Prowse in? Of course, similar ages, but the fact that those set pieces on Ward-Prowse, and again, English player as well, so good for registration for the Champions League. Would it be the right idea to get him in? We push Højbjerg out, and then focus the midfield around James Ward-Prowse. In terms of what I think, yes, because the natural fitness, stamina, you're going to get injured very often with those. Work rate of 19, free kick taking, corner taking of 20, a set piece merchant within the game. I think it's the move we do. But again, do we upset Højbjerg by offering him out right now on deadline day of all days as well? Do we upset the guy by trying to push him through? I mean, if Man United's come calling for him, maybe he wants to go to Manchester United. I mean, if we offer him out the club, what are they going to say? It might be difficult to find a suitable client. Because most clubs already concluded their transfer business. I mean, Manchester United have made it clear they are interested in the player. So, I'm not about nothing here. I'm going to kind of see what Man U come back with it first. I mean, ideally, 45... Actually, no, we're going to put 45 million in there. We'll take 45 million for Pierre Højbjerg right now on the conception that we can use that money and go and get James Ward-Prowse. So, let's start deadline day with a bang. We're going for James Ward-Prowse and we're trying and get Pierre-Emile Højbjerg out the door. Come back in, 14 hours remaining. I just thought, show this probably quickly. Harry Kane gets player of the month for August after his 7 goals in 5 appearances already for the club. We need to go through what's been happening in the schedule, sort of, and go through the past games, because of course today, we're going to end today's episode as well with a game against Chelsea as well. So not only transfer deadline day, we play Chelsea in 2 days' time. So once all the business is concluded, a big game against Chelsea, of course, as well. But already though, manager of the month award in my first month in the job. We played 5, we've won 5. Not a bad start to life here at Tottenham Hotspur, really. So I'm going to carry on and just try and see what happens. Alex Scott's coming to us. This is someone I've been keeping an eye on, Alex Scott. I've been watching his development within a few different scenarios and a few like playthroughs. He's like a really good player. But again, do you want to spend this sort of money right now when we can try and get someone like Ward-Prowse in? Again, though, right now, first lot of offering, no offers came in for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. So we will keep continuing and seeing what happens, and we'll come back in if anything develops. Well, there's the first big one straight away. Manchester United are not willing to make an offer for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg at this time. Man United are rumoured to be interested in the player, but they're not looking to buy the player right now, which is a bit of a pain, really, because we would like to get him out the door right now. And if he's not going to go, I mean, we could try and offer him to a deal maybe with Southampton, send him back to Southampton, take Ward-Prowse the opposite way. Possibly could be an idea. I mean, the other option is Lucas Moura has any interest for a loan, though. And I mean, you're not getting enough money for Lucas Moura to be able to afford a deal going forward that we need. And of course, his contract, I'm pretty sure, is out this window. Yeah, end of the season, he's out of contract as well for 80 grand a week, so we probably will let him go. We do have an extension there to use, possibly. But right now, it's not looking likely. I mean, what we could do is go back to Ward-Prowse and offer the deal for Højbjerg at this time. I mean, we do have an outstanding confirmation coming through. But the deal was they need to find someone else first. Maybe if we cancel this deal, cancel the transfer. I don't see Southampton actually going for anyone, ideally. That's the problem right now. I haven't seen Southampton offering for anyone. So I think what we do is we cancel this deal, then we go back in for Ward-Prowse and we offer them in return Emile Højbjerg, and then they got that replacement they wanted. They have someone in there they wanted. I'll wait another day though to make that offer. But hopefully, we can try and get this over the line now with this idea of offering a return alternative sort of thing. They want another player to come in and take that gap. Use the fact that the offer of the player has already been accepted, and then withdraw Southampton feel they're not ready to negotiate the deal, the terms. So they're happy to re-accept if we do this 100 million. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Okay. So we think of an alternative then. Ward-Prowse doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Højbjerg still at the club. Do we go for someone else? That is the big question. So my main thing about wanting Ward-Prowse in was someone to do set pieces who can play in that midfield and come forward. Of course, there is Ruslan Malioski, who can also do that role. He's a bit older at 29 years of age. Between 50 and 23 million. I'm pretty sure he's out of contract as well very, very soon for Atalanta. Could he be the option we get in midfield and put him more as a box-to-box type role? I mean, he's more than capable looking at the attributes there he has on screen of playing that role. So maybe that is the next bit of option we go for. We're going to try and put a bid in now to see what we can get for him. Of course, we don't have a lot of money in the bank, so we've got to try and make this work within our parameters. So again, we're going to go in with a 5 million offer, instalments, over 12 months. 3 instalments. I mean, they want around 23 million, so we'll say we'll offer you 20 million plus 5 now. Oh, they want a bit more though. Per league game, no, that needs to go. We can't do that. After international appearances, 10 games, get 5 million. I mean, I don't mind that. I'll take that. They're happy. They are happy. Malioski could be the one going forward. We've got 12 hours remaining. Can we get it done? So, going back, Malioski, contract time. Important player, I mean, he'd more like to be a regular starter, honestly, in my eyes. That preferred position isn't going to happen though. That is a problem. Long-term club aims win a domestic cup by 23-24. It would be a promise. If we remove it, that'd be more ideal. We can't. Okay, we can't. Okay, we need to get rid of that one then. And we'll have to leave the important player possibly in there at this point. He's happy with that. That's good news. That's a good start then. Okay, in terms of a deal, I mean, a 3-year deal seems fine. I mean, he'd be 32 by that point. I don't mind that. In terms of his current contract, he's earning 21,000 a week. So, I mean, if we can go in with about 50, let's say 60,000, nothing else first, just that. Oh, he wants a lot more. He wants so much more. Let's narrow this down a bit. How about 79? How about 78,000? That's not too bad. 3-year deal. And it hasn't happened. We have blown yet another transfer negotiation. Of course, there is a new feature within the game now. We can talk to the agent and try and get them back on board, but right now the offer isn't there. 11 hours remaining. Can we save this transfer? So while looking around now, we're at 10 hours remaining. The clock is still going down here rapidly. Luis Alberto popped up to me. He's been offered out for transfers. Offered out by agents, Luis Alberto between 38 and 47 million. Could that be an option for us? Of course, he can play that deeper position in that midfield, of course, as well. But again, as a box-to-box, the work rate isn't as good. Stamina-wise, not as good. But the set pieces in terms of like corners, 17, free kicks, 15. It does offer us that set piece that we are looking for at the moment. So maybe try and get a deal over here. I mean, we could attempt to try and offer Højbjerg to Lazio, possibly. Would that work? I mean, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at this instead then. So we want to add a player to exchange here. We do want to offer Emil Højbjerg. I mean, we can offer Doherty, but I don't think they're after him, are they? We're looking after a right winger, a central midfielder. They do want a central midfielder. So, I mean, that probably does help them if we can offer Højbjerg out to them. Maybe they'll be more interested. Maybe they will be more interested. So, first suggestion, they want 72 million plus Højbjerg. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's try and narrow this down. So, you have 5 million, and then some instalments. We'll offer the free instalment plan again as always. And we'll try at 20 million. 20 million plus Højbjerg. Højbjerg himself is valued around 45 million. So the 20 million instalments, 5 million up front. They're taking the absolute mickey, aren't they? Really? 5 million. Okay, we'll up this now to, I mean, I hate to say it, 50 million. They're going to keep going, and they're going to keep going to me, I think. 5. Okay. You know what? Last offer. Why can't we up this anymore? Hang on. Come on. 75. Let's lower this down. You're going to go bang on 75. Are we about to offer this? Isn't it 80 million for a deal plus Højbjerg? Or Luis Alberto, 29-year-old. No, we're not doing this. I'm not just getting silly. It's just getting silly. We come back then, I guess. We come back very short. I mean, the ideal situation is that we can go back for Mr. James Ward-Prowse right now. Try and secure that deal and get it over the line. Can we get an offer on the board now? I mean, it's been a few hours. No, we can't. So 5 hours to go. We went back to get Ward-Prowse, so the initial deal we offered originally. And now they're saying no to it. They are saying no to the idea of 6.75 million, 100 million instalments. For Ward-Prowse, it's 107 million this deal is. Right, but we can talk to them now, which is a good sign. So again, we go back and offer Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Can we get this deal over the line? Højbjerg going back to Southampton. So the plan is 6.75 million, 50 million instalments, and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. A deal essentially worth about 100 million, realistically. Surely making this offer would be the one. I mean, we got for Marcos Llorente, but then you see the valuation of 129 million, and you just think, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. 5 hours to go. Deadline day looks all but it's been rejected. It's been rejected again. I mean, suggest unacceptable. Right now, it just seems like it's a foregone conclusion. We are bringing no one in this deadline day. Malioski, can we get a deal over the line for Malioski? One last chance. We can't even talk to him. 4 hours remaining. It's not looking good. This isn't looking good. So we're going back to the board now. I'm going to try and see if they'll give me any money. I'm determined to get this Ward-Prowse deal over the line. We can't even increase this year's budget. I think next year's budget. I mean, next year, great and all, but we want to get him in now. What could we possibly do? Try and get this deal over the line. Maybe we can have a look around and see who could be available to be sold. Emerson Royale to Dortmund is still lingering there. Do we risk losing our best right wing back to Borussia Dortmund? The idea that we can probably get the money and get Ward-Prowse. I mean, even then, there's no guarantee it will happen. I mean, compared to Matt Doherty, Doherty looks better, apart from his speed and physical, which aren't far off. I think we do. I think we offer out Emerson Royale at this point and just see, can we get an offer over the line from Dortmund? Maybe. I mean, they say they're interested. There's no harm in trying. Borussia Dortmund, how much would you pay for Emerson Royale? 2 hours remaining. Can we do this? Well, the long and short of it is no, because they've turned around and said we can offer 5 million. 5 million for Emerson Royale. I mean, they must be joking. Reject. We are rejecting it. It looks like a foregone conclusion. This is not happening today. I mean, I looked at this idea getting Jose Gaya in. Obviously, again, set pieces boys, not bad 14s and stuff, but it's not Ward-Prowse levels. I mean, the only other idea I can think of is, would they potentially let the idea of their captain, Ward-Prowse, leave him alone with an option to buy? Well, yeah, that's an option to buy. Star player, third position midfield. Can we convince them that this would be a good idea? We can't do mandatory, optional future fee. I mean, how much do we even offer though for this sort of player? We've got to be looking about 80 million. 80 million pounds to loan Ward-Prowse for the season. It's probably our last chance to try and get him in there. We've got 2 hours remaining. It's not looking likely. We show our interest to negotiate the deal. They want money up front now throughout the season. Almost £1 million a month though. And then the optional future fee of 80 million's in there. I mean, can we get that down a little bit possibly? What did I say to 65? They are happy The loan Ward-Prowse on that deal. I mean, it's an expensive deal, but we're going to get the player we want. That is the main thing. 1 hour remaining. Can we get this over the line? Ward-Prowse, it's been accepted. Now what? We just wait? Does it go through? Oh, it's been cancelled. We don't have the funds. I need 9 million up front. Oh, my days. We have 30 minutes remaining. Deadline day is done. We've bottled deadline day. We've bottled it. Let's go to the match. We'll cut back and we take on Chelsea in just a moment. So the Chelsea game is tomorrow. We've came back now because there's a bit more of a crisis in midfield. Bissouma's going to be out 5 to 6 weeks. So not only could we not get Ward-Prowse in, or Malioski, or Luis Alberto, we've now lost Bissouma for 6 weeks. I mean, it's not going to plan. Midfield-wise, we are really starting to struggle. The likes of Alfie Devine, a lot of us are going to get more and more important. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. So as match day finally rolls around, the team sheet is selected, but you will notice there's one slight problem. We mentioned before that Bissouma come back from injury. So in training, he got injured again. He's now out for 6 weeks possibly. 3 to 6 weeks on a sprained knee ligaments. When we really needed a centre midfielder in that transfer window just. We couldn't sign someone, now we've lost another one yet again. So midfield-wise, it's the bare bones. Of course, Bentancur out. Bissouma now out. We're going to go with Hjolberg and Skip starting today. And of course, then it goes to the bench. I mean, there are a lot of issues there right now. There are a lot of issues. Of course, Alfie Devine is needed on that bench right now today for Gilmore, so because there's no CM options on the bench. We're so lacking now in CM. Richarlison is finally come back from injury though, so we might have him available for the next match, hopefully the Champions League games. But for now, for Chelsea, this is how we're lining up then. Hugo Lloris in goal, with Dyer, Romero, Langley at the back, with Royal and Perisic on those wing-back positions. Skip, Højbjerg, Kulusevski, Heung-min Son, of course, and Harry Kane, our top goal scorer so far this season, on 7 goals already. Can he do it against Chelsea at the Bridge? Let's go find out. So, of course, at the start of the season, one of the fan objectives of the season was to get the better of Chelsea and Arsenal. We have done Arsenal already. We didn't actually go through the fixtures, what we've done most recently, but basically, we're still undefeated in all competitions. It's going really well. You can see that wins across the board. We're doing very well in every competition, of course. We're at top of the league as well, because we've won every game so far this season. So Spurs are flying. This is a huge test against Chelsea. We are away at Stamford Bridge, of course. It's a huge test. Hopefully we can overcome this one, but that midfield area does worry me now. Oliver Skip's starting the midfield at this young age as well. I mean, you got Hjolberg in the free kick here. If he scores this after all that Ward-Prowse talk, I swear to... I mean, he almost did, to be fair. Fair play to the guy. I've been there saying we need to bring in Ward-Prowse for free kick. Hjolberg and hit the target himself from there. I mean, it didn't go in. But still, Heung-min Son, corner, cleared out. Well won by Eric Dyer as the highlight ends. A nice little start so far for Spurs here. Can we build from that though and get the first goal in this one? So we come back now with a corner for Spurs. Of course, Hjolberg is our main set piece taker. That's why we wanted to replace him and get something a bit better in. But from that first free kick in the first half, it wasn't a bad effort. I mean, the corner, okay, not the best, but he's got that about him that he can do these set pieces. He can do bits from them now. That's all better. Finds Thiago Silva into Kante. So far, been seeing much of Chelsea so far. It's well won by Perisic now. Heung-min Son gets the ball. Finds Harry Kane. The overlap's there. Kulusevski's got to put it in. Oh, it's well defended there by Koulibaly as he goes for a throw in now for Tottenham Hotspur. So far, Spurs have been very dominant so far. They've been the better team in this game. I mean, it's only a good sign of things to come, surely. Is Emerson Royal with a bit of a weird pointless header there. But Hjolberg had a lot of pressure on him, the ball back. But again, ball won by Spurs. Kovacic. He finds Sterling this time, and Sterling's hit the crossbar. It's ever so close for Chelsea. They've not done nothing all game so far. Our first big chance for Chelsea. Worrying times now. It's Havertz. Finds Reece James now. Plays it back to Chalobah. Kovacic loses the ball to Hjolberg. And Hjolberg's trying to get himself, like, showing he's the main guy. He should be that midfielder. Harry Kane goes to the dink. Oh, my days. He almost had him. He almost had Edouard Mendy there. On sticks. Didn't go in there. A great chance again for Spurs. We're looking good. We are looking very good in this game. I'm very happy with how we're playing so far. I mean, we will say quickly. Bit of encouragement. Just keep it up. I mean, the Chelsea players look very down and out already. Look at their defence. All red face there. They're not happy at all. Kulusevski collects the ball at the back. Finds Romero. Into Hjolberg. Hjolberg had a pretty good game so far. It's a great ball from him, but I mean, he's lost possession really. I try and boost him up. I try and raise him up, and that happens. As Mount now, I mean, what has happened there? Hugo Lloris, what has happened there, son? Hey, son, I'm pretty sure he might be the same age as me, actually, but still, what an absolute mess here. Kante gets the ball here. Finds Havertz. It's a great ball from Havertz. Don't get me wrong. Mason Mount, he shouldn't be scoring here. Laurie starts to run out and like kind of bottles it and then falls into his own goal and just puts it in his own net. This could be the first defeat for Tottenham this season, really. And it's all come from Hugo Lloris having an absolute mess up there and not saving the chance. Not saving an easy chance. As Mount now have a free kick. Big ball in. Raheem Sterling gets on the edge of the box. Can we get this clear? Mount again. He's got options. Finds Koulibaly. Let's keep the pressure on, boys. Keep the pressure on. Kovacic going out wide here. Kovacic's not known for his crossing ability. He's still going though. He's put it. I mean, he's trying to get it for the keeper. We've seen what Hugo did in the first goal. I thought the keeper's not there today. He's not all there. I mean, got some work to do here. I'm proud of everyone's efforts so far. Keep it going. I mean, we need to do better though. We do need to do better here. We were giving some encouragement early on here, second half. We are away from home. We've had the better chances as well. Possession not too out of our way really. I mean, it's been good. We'll do the change straight away. Alfie Devine on. Midfield, we're just lacking in the middle of the pitch to get a bit of creativity. Yolbo's a great player, a good ball winner, but he hasn't got that standard amount to last the full 90 minutes, sadly enough, which is why I wanted Ward-Prowse. On the other side of things, we just don't have the options right now as we get an injury to Kulusevski as well. The team is falling apart here. We get Lucas Moura on at this point. I mean, Harry Kane's absolutely shattered as well, so it means it's going to be a case of João Pedro coming on up front now. The team is very tired. It's been a long transfer window of nothing really happening towards the end. Of course, João Pedro did come in from Watford. That wasn't mentioned last episode. That was one thing that happened. I mean, look at these stats. We've absolutely been dominant here. We demand more. We're gonna go a bit attacking as well for the last few minutes here. Let's try and push on. Get an equaliser. It's gonna be our first loss of the season by the looks of it here. As Chelsea run down the clock, stoppage time. It runs down, and there's a highlight to go. Can we get a count out? 2 minutes to go. Chalobah finds Thiago Silva into Kovacic. A Tottenham equaliser now. We've been absolutely massive. It's Kante finds Mount. Ziyech, Mount again. It's going to be Chelsea goal by the looks of it here. Chilwell on this left-hand side. Ball into the box. Well out by Dyer. Is there a chance here as João Pedro heads straight into Kante's path and makes it really easy for Chelsea now to try and build something from the back. Ziyech, Kante, into Kovacic. A lot of room going forward now for Chelsea. We thought it was there. It looked like we were going to win the ball from Alfie Devine, but it didn't happen. Ziyech is through on goal and puts it over the bar. And surely that is that. It's going to be a first loss of the season. Oh my God, there's another highlight. It's not over. It's not over. Perisic, you can find João Pedro. What is happening here? Mendy now. Plays out wide. Finds Zakaria. Into Kovacic. There could be a goal here still. There could be a goal here. Kante, but oh no, not this way. It's not we want the goal at the other end. Equeta. And Heung-min Son's took him out. It's only be a free kick though. It is only a free kick. I was convinced that it might be a red card for some reason. I mean, that's not what you want to see from Heung-min Son realistically. There's Mason Mount now behind this free kick. Chelsea taking their time and the whistle's gone. Head's gone. I don't know what they've just wasted time on purpose there. Hjorberg only got 6.6. I thought he had a good game. Heung-min Son 6.1. Harry Kane was our best performer on a 6.9. I'd took him off. I'd took him off. So first defeat of the season for Tottenham Hotspur. As the good run does end and the transfer window didn't really go to plan at all. That deadline day was an absolute disaster. Malioski, Ward-Prowse, Luis Alberto. None of them came off in the end. And midfield was still lacking players, and we just can't create anything through the middle of the pitch right now. We're missing Bissouma, we're missing Bentancur. Them players are so important in that midfield for us. Without them, there's no creativity through the middle, and we're not getting goals. As today's game proved, losing 1-0 to Chelsea. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure you're subscribing to our channel and giving the video a thumbs up. Until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. I swear this game's taking the piss. Tottenham have paid Southampton $2 million as part of the Pierre-Emile Højbjerg transfer deal. The player has played 80 league games for Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, we just tried to send him back there. Oh.